Today I kind of wanted to talk about the ins and outs of the business as far as how to do your taxes. Now, I'm not a CPA and I don't pretend to be one either. But when it comes to doing your taxes, it's very much integral to how to run a business, because you have to know how much money you're making, how much, as far as record keeping goes, where this money is all coming from. What part of businesses are doing really well? What are your expenses that are eating up all your profits? So when it comes to ins and outs, you have to be able to have really good record keeping. And record keeping is going to protect you from all kinds of problems from the IRS and will be able to help you pay your taxes properly and run your business effectively. So, what should you be keeping track of? You should be literally keeping track of everything that takes or provides to your business. Takes meaning what things take away from your profits. You have to pay for marketing. How much of your budget goes to paying for marketing? How much of your budget goes to paying for taxes? You're not going to know it until you know how much it picks up for marketing. How profitable is your business currently? What centers of your business are profitable? What potential expenses are no longer returning on that investment that you're paying for, right? Everything that you do in your business should be profitable, or should be to generate profit, right? The reason why you buy leads is to sell them, to potentially have more business, right? Why do you have a computer? So you could be more efficient. Why do you have the editing software for videos? To reach more people. Is it worth the money? And then when you do that, you can also start talking about how many hours a week you're doing it. The IRS, they consider 500 hours a year as being a business. Anything less than that, in their eyes, it's a hobby. And therefore, you shouldn't be able to write off anything for the hobby. It should be a business where you are looking to generate income, and it shouldn't be just something you do in order to create a loss, to take money away from your regular W-2 job or from your tax liability. So, what areas are you spending a lot of time in that potentially either one, are not profitable and you should just cut, or two, potentially you should increase the amount of time you spend on these things to generate more profit? And then you should set some timelines as far as when. The IRS, they actually have a 3 out of 5 year kind of a gauge. So if in the last 5 years of your business's existence, if you haven't turned a profit in at least 3 of those 5 years, then potentially your business is more of a hobby. Now, this is of course different for businesses like corporations who consistently turn a zero tax liability or no profit, and one could argue that those guys are cheating, but they are a legitimate business, and due to their pretty much tax filings and the way that they are sturdy, they can get away with it. Small businesses like us, not so much. So what I would suggest doing is, aside from keeping good records, also keeping good records in order to provide you with some feedback. My problem in the beginning of my career, 2014, 2013, that time, was I really didn't see the value of the metrics that I would keep for the IRS. Like, I would just write them all, and then throw them at my paperwork at the end of the year, and then just plug it all in and not even think about it. No, number I get at the end of the year, well, that's the tax number. The business number is whatever it is. I still manage to pay all my bills, and I'm still here. That is not a good way to run your business. You should be figuring out what things are profitable with both your money and your time. For me, and this is very simple of me, I am very simple-minded individual. We only have 2 things in life as an individual. Finite things. Time and attention. Okay? That's it. Everything else can be purchased with money. You cannot buy yourself more life, and you cannot buy yourself more attention. right? You can be more motivated, but you can't buy that. You can't buy that. So what you can do is you can take those two things and translate, right? Time and attention. So what are you doing with the time that you have? And what could you be doing with the time that you have to make the attention that you're spending on it more valuable? Where can you add leverage to one of those two things, or both of those things? Even better if you can add leverage to time and to the attention, and make it so that your business can be more profitable, so that you can have more leverage and help more people and make more money ultimately, right? And eventually, I mean, you could lower your costs too, but I don't like lowering costs, because lowering costs doesn't show that you're providing much value. To me anyway, it doesn't. Maybe it does for you, but for me, if I had to choose between a high cost program and a low cost program, I am buying the high cost program, because I believe that where I spend my money, I will spend my time and attention. It's 6 minutes in, so I highly doubt many people are still here. But here's something that you guys should know about me. I buy a lot of education. So I was part of two of these kind of starter is like $900 courses, right? And then I leveled up. I bought the $6,000 courses for both of them. So I spent over $10,000 on courses on how to do this kind of stuff, like social media, YouTube, and all of that. And is it a good return on investment? Maybe, maybe not. I've definitely streamlined a lot of my protocols, my processes. I've made scheduling almost a thing of the past, because I can just do a video like this instead of scheduling an appointment. I can do the video when I have free time. I can do the video anytime, and if my client has a question, they can rewatch the video, or I would have a video that already answers the question, so I would eliminate the time it would take me to address the client one-on-one, right? Simple. And maybe that was worth my $12,000, maybe not. But those courses have information in that I can still use, but I believe I recoup my cost. Another thing, I love day trading. And the Chart Guys is one of the groups I joined. They're premium, really premium service. It costs over $1,000 a year to be in that group, and I pay it because I believe that everyone in there has the mindset, the mentality, and the goal of being successful. And the people who teach it do it, and they do it every day. Successful. I'm also part of another trading group that I paid $1,000 for, and they teach a different style of trading, which I also enjoy and like. So I joined them, and they trade every day. They make lots of money. Follow them on their trades, watch their mentality, and try and build my own way. But that's also another community, right, that has like-minded individuals that I'm more than happy to pay to be a part of. And in the world that we live in now, because everything is it's not that we're isolated, but we're so connected that we have the opportunity now to buy our own network. Now you're gonna think that's ridiculous, but before we had to go to like these social medias. I remember I started doing this in 2014, before social media was like a super connected, where everyone's can kind of just, and then COVID happened, right? We all were like, oh, we only got the internet, like it's the only way to talk to each other. FaceTime, Zoom, that's it. So I remember when I had to go to certain clubs, Rotary Club, the Lions Club, I had all these groups that I was a part of, and I paid to be there, right? I had paid membership fees. So this is nothing more. And the amount of effort that you put in provides you with that equal amount of effort return. But in this case, you don't have to find one that's 10 minutes away or an hour drive. You can find one that's the click of your computer, right? If you find these people and you like them and you want to be a part of the group and you want to learn from them, boom, do it. And then, if you do a business, maybe they'll reciprocate, maybe not. But that's the same thing that you go through when you go through networking, except this time you can network with people who truly have the same hobbies as you. So if you are a Medicare agent or an insurance agent and you have similar goals as I do, right? You want to help your clients with the best way you can, but you hate having to sell people. You want people to just buy it because they want it and they see the way that you see the value in them, the way that you presented it makes sense. That's beautiful, right? And I don't even charge membership here because I honestly don't have enough time to do it, right? I don't. I have my own practice of clients. I also, like I said, I love to day trade, so at least half of the day I'm in front of the computer day trading, so I can't do it 100% of the time, right? And that's why I said the $12,000 I spent on courses on how to do this video thing helped out, because it bought me, a few hours a day so that I could day trade. And that is something that I think when you have your business in front of you and you can see where you're spending a lot of your time, where you're spending a lot of your money, where you're spending a lot of your attention, if you can see those things, then you can maximize on the things that are, or find ways. So maximize the things that are making you the most money, minimize the things that are costing you the most money and not giving you a return. Maximize or systematize the things that can be systematized and make those things really, really accessible to everybody. So if you have an FAQ, right, just have the FAQ as a video, have the FAQ as an infographic, have the FAQ as a part of your website, have the FAQ as a link to some document that someone can print out, or the link to the insurance company's website so that they can print it out, so that they have the document in front of them, right? So all of those things can be used to simplify your business and provide better response, right? That way they don't gotta wait 24 hours for you to go find a link or find the thing. You have it. You don't have to think about it. It just gets done. And for me, that only took place when I started really drilling in to what my operations look like. I'm an operations person. I'm an operational person. I just didn't see that my business was an operation. I thought I was a marketing person who had to just bring in clients, right? And that was gonna make everything else go away. Well, it doesn't. And it's like the telltale case of don't work harder, work smarter. So now I can work smarter by working harder in the things that actually make sense for me to work hard in. And you can do that by learning the ins and outs of your business, part of which is from IRS code, and part of which is from just understanding that the world we live in now doesn't have to operate like how it was not even 10 years ago, right? 2014, 5 years ago, before COVID, and how you can get into a network of people online that have similar knowledge as you, that have similar goals as you, that are maybe a few steps ahead of you or leaps ahead of you, and you can learn from those, but also learn from the group peers that are going through the same things that you are and aren't the expert yet. And I implore you to look at those things. I mean, don't join the next FMO's thing on how to make money. Join a group of independent agents who have similar goals, and a lot of them have channels just like this, who can help you grow your business, grow that mindset, and aren't trying to sell you something. Like for me, whether or not, I don't even have really an agency for you folks to join. I don't. I just come out here and I want to help everyone grow their business, and especially for people who help Medicare beneficiaries, it's really difficult, I feel anyway, for us to find, or me anyway, to find good agents that know what they're doing. I talked to somebody today. There was a client I talked about earlier, how the Medicare sniper agent video, right? He's like, I thought she was trying to increase, give me more benefits, not replace what you have for me, Matt. And he just felt totally lied to from the other person, and that's why every time I think I need to quit this business, I need to just stop and just day trade full time, I'm reminded by people like that, who if I left this industry, some no-name person would take my place and then be like the sniper agent who's just trying to make a sale. Me, heck, I love to make sales, but if I don't, that's okay. I day trade. I have other streams of income, right? But for a lot of people, that's not the case. And if I have to be here for the clients that I have and the clients that are referred to me from because I do this like so well or so honest, I guess. I don't think I do this very well. I just do it really honestly. Then I have to be here again for another however long it takes for me to retire. Then I guess I have to. With that said, have a great rest of the day. Happy holidays. It's December 1st. We're almost done with